What's up, everyone? Marc Lobliner, TigerFitness.com, along with Derek Sioka. Ronnie, aha.
You got it right that time.
I always put chi.
Well, that's how you say it in Italian.
Well, we should keep it real.
You know, I'll just change it.
Don't you even know how to say your own name? Bro, do you even verbal? Okay, anyway, speaking of which, you know, there's a lot of bodybuilders coming out with their own brands, and I'm not including myself because I'm not really that good at it. I got like a second-tier pro card, and I'm not even like a first-tier pro in that organization.
You're just the guy that lifts sometimes.
Yeah, I don't even lift,
right.
Bro. So, I mean, I just wear tights and funny clothes. So, you know, as we see all these bodybuilder brands come out, I think it's important to differentiate why Ronnie Coleman Signatures is a bit different. And it's something that we need to get across is that Ronnie Coleman is the owner of this company, no investors whatsoever. And I just wanted to kind of differentiate, and I wanted Derek to do it, because, you know, I know what my opinions are on it. And you see all these people, bodybuilders, saying, here's my line, here's my line. They just kind of throw formulas together, and they're really not good sometimes. Again, there's a lot of bodybuilders, so I'm not singling one. I know you're going to post names below in the comment section. Oh, he's talking about this guy or that guy. No, there's like 50 of them.
Yeah.
So it's one of 50. So anyway, Derek,
really
why is this not just another bodybuilder brand?
Like you said, look, there's a lot of, not just bodybuilder brands, but personality brands even too. You know, everyone has a brand really these days, you know? So, and that's fine. But in the way that they do it, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just very unique. Our story is very unique as compared to the way that they do it. Normally it's got a bunch of investors or a backer or some big business to back you, throw a lot of money at it, get ready, get out there right away, and you have a lot of freedoms to do more right away because you have that financial security, right?
So, now just interjecting real quick from a business standpoint, I've never built a company. I was with Instone. There was investors involved. It failed. The reason they fail is I think there's something to be said about the grind. When you build a company and you don't have money to do it, you don't have publicly traded money, and every day you're wondering if you could pay your bills, it builds character and it builds a base, a foundation for that house to put walls on. When you have a vested company, it's really hard, in my opinion, to have the core values and the grunt to actually get it done. Now, that's just from a business standpoint. I'm sorry to interject and interrupt you, but
no, that's a good point, and then that's that's kind of what I'm saying is like there's like Instone and the other companies that have the way that have started. That's a typical mold for doing those kind of things, right?
Be careful, they might be able to still sue me.
Okay.
Oh no, they're out of business. Fuck them.
We'll just edit that.
No, we'll leave it in. We'll leave it in. I didn't like Rocky anyway. Okay, go ahead.
And that's a typical mold for doing that. It happens a lot. A lot of the times it's fairly successful and it works, and you get and there's sales, and that's great, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's one way of doing business, and that's fine if that's the way you want to do it. But we get looped into that, I think, a lot, just because, and I can see how, it's a bodybuilder brand, these brands are all the same, this is how they're done, they're owned by this person, and it's probably the same thing. But it's so different. There's not one bodybuilder, personality, industry person type brand out there that is like what we're doing here. There's not one. There's not one. That I know of, that you know of?
No.
No.
No, Ronnie Coleman, the thing is, it's not attached to another.
Again, I'm not including you because you're not a real bodybuilder.
No, I'm just, look, I don't even know what the hell I am, okay? At the end of TigerFitness.com is a tiger who does my post, that's about it. And at the end of the day, you look at like islands that are owned by countries, right? You look at like Hawaii, this and that, okay, they have this country that's their mainland, then they're an island. Ronnie Coleman is its own continent. It has no country governing it. It is its own continent. Ronnie Coleman is its own brand. There's no sub-brand. It's not a sub-brand of Brand X. It's its own friggin' country. Yeah. Ronnie Coleman Signature Series is not affiliated with any other company. Ronnie Coleman Signature Series is Ronnie Coleman Signature Series with its own shipping, its own HR, who's doing a very poor job, by the way.
Because I'm still here.
Yeah, its own, accounting, its own this. It's its own company, not affiliated with anything. And all the formulas are done to the team's expectations. It's done to this team that, of course, Ronnie Coleman had a part in putting together, put together what he felt would be the greatest company that he can imagine.
It's not done to where you have investors where, well, that's nice, but it's not meeting these numbers.
No, it's all about margin.
It's all about margin. Or, well, we don't make enough points on that. We need to pull back on some ingredients so that we can get this to a 50 or wherever they want to be. And again, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But that is not the way that we do things here and that we've never done them from the beginning, and it's just a unique thing by itself that gets looped into that big business, you know, world of the other type of investor type brands out there.
Yeah, this isn't another bodybuilding company. This is it's a bodybuilding company. It's not a bodybuilder brand.
Right.
It is a brand. And Ronnie Coleman, his name's on it. Why?
Because he owns it.
And he was 8-time Mr. Olympia. I mean, I'd put my name on a bottle if I even won like Mr. Alaska or something. I mean, geez. So at the end of the day, you're looking at a brand that stands unto itself. It's not affiliated with anything. It's not a lot of companies, a lot of these bodybuilders, what they'll do is they'll get basically private labeled canned goods, which is essentially the formula's already made, it's already blended, they just slap their label on, it's good to go. This is an R&D department. It's obviously a GMP regulated manufactured company that follows by everything they need to follow and does everything by the books, has an extremely professional team, and I will vouch for that. I mean, there's only 2 brands. There's 3 brands in this industry that I'll personally vouch for, and you're one of them. I mean, that's the thing. There's 3. One of them happens to be owned by me, and the other one...
I'll vouch for that one.
The other one I'm not going to state, so you guys can just guess which one that is based on my previous videos. But that's pretty much it. So I will vouch for 3 brands, and this one, based on the history and what they're doing, you know, I'll vouch for what he just said. This is a real brand doing its thing, and it's a brand out for your best interest that Ronnie Coleman will literally drive himself away from the hospital to make sure that you're exposed to this and to grow this brand.
Right, and it's, you know, the goal of any business, as you know, is to make money, right? And that's all. You got to make money. You can't survive. You're out.
You can't make more product.
Right. You can't make more product. But the ultimate goal, and the only focus or vision is not just money, right? It's we just want to be the best at what we do because we love what we do. And Ronnie, you know, he's endeared to the fans for so long, and he's like, you know, I'm retired. I'm no longer doing bodybuilding. This is a cool way for me to still be with my fans and provide something back to them that they've given me my whole career. He's always said, if there were no fans, there'd be no Ronnie Coleman.
And he said that to me off the record too, just for blunt, just full transparency. I remember just sitting back rapping with him. He's like, I'm here for my fans. This is why I'm doing it.
There would be no me.
And Ronnie does not BS. Ronnie will tell you you're ugly.
Yeah. You might not like it, but
he'll be like, you ugly, you know?
Hey, Ron, what did you think about that set? Nah, that form was terrible on that, man. It looked awful. I mean, that's the way he is. You know, so, and that's the thing. He says, you know, I'm not, you know, obviously I'm doing this from the second half of my life and, you know, to provide for my family, but, you know, there would be no Ronnie Coleman if there was no fans. This allows me to stay connected with them. He's more popular than ever, than even when he was winning and competing Mr. Olympia.
Because he's everywhere.
Because he's everywhere, because he cares that much. It's, like I said, other bodybuilder type brands, there's a different way to do it, and that's fine. But the way that he has done it is unique and special to itself. And, you know, you can tell a story as much as you want. It's really hard to see it and appreciate it unless you've been a part of it. So that's why I'm trying to really get people to truly understand how this works and why it works and what the purpose is of what we're doing here.
And I'm not going to state this in another video, but when you talk to someone and they're bullshitting you, you can tell. You know,
most of the time.
I've had training in that, you know. When you talk to yourself or anybody else, Lee, in the company, the passion that you exude when explaining what this company is all about and why it's different and why you believe in it, that's when you can tell this is the real deal.
Yeah, and that, I mean, I get carried on talking about things.
Yeah, I know. We've tried to keep the video on 6 minutes.
It's impossible because
10 minutes.
I have so much to say, and because it's not like putting on an act or it's like, you know, we're on camera, so I got to step it up a notch. Like, if you talk to me off camera, if someone else talks to me, ask to anybody else. This is how I talk about it all the damn time.
He does.
Because it's real.
Even when he's wearing his fancy tights.
Even when, you know, I would like to take credit for starting the American flags.
You know what?
Tight trend.
I have worn tight shorts, but he brought the meggings into play. And I mean, it's just a way for us to, you know, basically display our biggest assets.
Right. Absolutely.
So anyway, thanks so much for that. Much appreciated. Thanks for having me here. Again, that's the explanation of this brand and why it's not just another bodybuilding brand. All right, man. Yeah, anything else you need to say about...
I think that sums it up. All you need to say is that when you're wearing meggings in public, that's definitely not a game.
Nope, not a game.